Welcome to Hollywood Bulletin, where we shine a spotlight on the stories behind your favorite TV legends. And today, we're diving into the dramatic rise, shocking fall, and surprising comeback of Danny Koker, the face of the hit series Counting Cars. For years, Danny captivated audiences with his charisma and unmatched talent for turning beat-up classic rides into jaw-dropping masterpieces. Viewers loved the behind-the-scenes magic at his shop, Count Kustoms, where he and his team brought old metal back to life with passion, precision, and style. But then, something unexpected happened. Danny suddenly disappeared from the screen, leaving fans stunned and full of questions. What really went down? Why did Danny walk away from the show that made him a household name? And how did legal troubles, betrayal, and a life-threatening illness nearly end it all? Stick around, because we're uncovering the full story of Danny Koker's journey, and you won't believe how it all unfolded. Danny Koker, born Daniel Nicholas Koker II, first came into the world on January 5, 1964, in Cleveland, Ohio. Raised alongside his sister Kim, Danny's early exposure to the entertainment world came through his family's ownership of Channel 33, which led him to host shows like Saturday Fright at the Movies. But it was his father's deep ties to the Ford Motor Company that introduced him to the world of automobiles, igniting a passion that would shape the rest of his life. Danny learned the ropes of auto repair through DIY tinkering and trial and error, and while his friends were out playing, he was busy taking apart engines and figuring out how cars worked. His love for vehicles and music, inherited from his musician father Danny Koker Oster, laid the foundation for his unique path. He started singing with his family's gospel group, and that blend of music and mechanics would one day make him a true Vegas icon. Danny's first brush with TV fame came through appearances on Pawn Stars, where he served as a car expert for Rick Harrison's shop. His charisma and encyclopedic knowledge of classic cars quickly made him a fan favorite, paving the way for his own spin-off show, Counting Cars, which debuted in 2012. But long before the cameras rolled, Danny had already built an empire. His custom shop, Count Kustoms, was one of the hottest restoration spots in Las Vegas, known for bold designs and flawless finishes. As the show took off, so did Danny's profile, and by 2019, he had amassed a collection of more than 100 classic cars and 70 motorcycles. Among his prized possessions were a 1966 AC Cobra worth over $2 million and a sentimental 1966 Mustang GT350 gifted by his dad, which inspired his lifelong passion. Danny often joked in interviews that he needed an intervention for his car addiction, but fans knew it was his obsession that made him a legend. Danny's passion wasn't limited to cars. He was also a self-taught mechanic, having learned everything he knew from hands-on experience. Despite never attending college, he built a multi-million-dollar empire through sheer grit and determination. His early projects included restoring his first car, a 1979 Camaro Z28, which he turned into a Can-Am-style street racer. That Camaro, still part of his collection today, is a symbol of where it all began. Not all projects were successful, though. One infamous attempt involved a rusted-out Ford Roncero he bought cheap at auction. After realizing the vehicle was beyond saving, Danny turned it into a pool table for a Vegas hotel instead of scrapping it. His creativity knew no bounds, and whether it was a rebuild or a reimagining, Danny always found a way to make magic. Count Kustoms started as a hobby, but under Danny's vision, it quickly grew into one of the nation's premier modification shops, attracting big-name sponsors like Matrix, Dakota Digital, and Flaming River. The show Counting Cars followed the highs and lows of the shop's projects, and fans were hooked by the craftsmanship, drama, and Danny's rock and roll personality. The crew became stars in their own right, from Danny's loyal right-hand man Kevin Mack to bike shop manager Shannon Eichow and airbrush wizard Ryan Evans. Each brought a unique talent to the team, with Kevin managing logistics and finances, Shannon building stunning custom bikes, and Ryan transforming paint jobs into works of art. Horny Mike, known for his wild ideas and love of bright colors, added the fun factor, and together, the team created some of the most unforgettable builds in TV history. One of the most talked about restorations was the transformation of Rick Harrison's 1968 Mustang Fastback in the show's premiere. Others included a retro dune buggy with Mustang taillights and a crimson W Carmen Gaia made as a gift for a crew member's wife. Danny and his crew also tackled a 50s Chevy Gasser with a big block V8 and the one-of-a-kind sparkles to a custom blue dune buggy that turned heads for all the right reasons. These builds weren't just cars, they were rolling pieces of art that told stories, and fans couldn't get enough, but the road wasn't always smooth. In 2014, Count Kustoms was hit with a lawsuit from a couple who claimed the shop took their 1967 Mustang but never completed the promised work. They demanded a refund and took the matter to court, casting a shadow over the show's glowing reputation. Then in 2017, a far more serious allegation emerged. A trusted employee, Joseph Frontiera, was accused of embezzling $75,000 from the company. Allegedly, he used the funds for a luxury car and vacations while failing to pay company taxes, leading to an IRS investigation. The betrayal rocked Danny's team and forced them into a very public legal battle that tested their resilience and trust. As if legal troubles weren't enough, in 2018, Danny accused 2 more employees of embezzling from his rock bar. Counts vamped, claiming they had stolen $376,000 and tampered with financial records. Police searched their homes, and the case escalated into a criminal probe. But Danny's most personal legal trouble came in 2019 when he was accused of stealing a 2008 Cadillac Escalade from a tow yard. Danny insisted he was helping a friend retrieve the vehicle, but the law saw things differently. He was charged with grand larceny, a felony that could have landed him in jail for 10 years. Ultimately, he pleaded to a lesser misdemeanor and was sentenced to probation, community service, and restitution. The scandal dented his reputation, but Danny stayed focused on rebuilding his brand and shop. Then in 2022, the biggest blow yet came when Danny quietly left Counting Cars. Fans were confused and concerned, and rumors swirled until the truth came out. Danny was seriously ill. He had been diagnosed with pneumonia and developed a heart infection that nearly took his life. For a time, it looked like the Count had run out of luck, but true to form, Danny fought back. After a long, painful recovery, he returned to Count Kustoms, not just as the owner, but as the heart and soul of the operation. While he isn't on screen as much now, Danny remains deeply involved in every aspect of the business, ensuring that each build meets his legendary standards. Outside the garage, Danny has embraced his musical side more than ever. His band, Count 77, continues to rock stages across the country with a sound inspired by classic rock giants like Led Zeppelin and Foghat. Danny's wife, Corey, manages their rock bar, Counts Vamped, in Las Vegas, where music, cars, and community come together. Through it all, Danny has shown that no matter the challenges, passion and perseverance can carry you through. So, what do you think of Danny Koker's unforgettable journey from garage grease to television glory and back to his roots? Do you think he'll make a return to the screen, or is he happy cruising under the radar these days? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into the man behind Counting Cars, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Hollywood Bulletin, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another incredible story from the world of entertainment.